Hey, everybody. Well, we're so excited. We get some questions about the off season. And so we want to talk to you about what that looks like behind the scenes in the off season. Like Leann, are you just like laying out and tanning and
No,
hunting?
I am. I came home. I got my bikini out. I went straight to the pool. That's where I've been ever since, as you can tell by my lack of tan. My lack of tan. Girl, I'm so bummed. I've had to cancel a vacation because my daughter and grandson had a wreck and she broke her foot, and so we had to cancel that. And so yeah, we came straight home and we literally went to work. We have such a long off season. We knew that we were going to have to really get creative with content, especially for social media, just to stay relevant. So yeah, Gerald's actually out on the water today filming with Wired to Fish, and I'm knocking out a few last minute doctor's appointments. So yeah, we came home and went straight to work. How about you?
Yes, it's been crazy. Last year's off season, we didn't get finished in the opens until mid-November. And then season started January. And so I want people to imagine that literally it has been 8 months since you've done a single home maintenance project. So we have been busy doing home maintenance. We had a snowmageddon in Louisiana. So for wherever you're watching this, we don't typically plant landscaping that can survive snowstorms because we don't have them. Well, we did last year while we were gone. So we've had to pull up, Indian hawthorns and replace our plants. Y'all, this is from like February because we haven't been home. We had pipes burst for irrigation. So like, thankfully I didn't have my nails done because we had like mud. I mean, it was so bad. Took 3 showers yesterday. And it's so
Oh my
funny
gosh.
because like in the off season, it's like, I had a kidney procedure. You're just waiting
Yeah.
for hopefully you can stay
Yes.
put together
Yes.
until the season's over with. And then you can
Mhm.
have all your procedures and doctor's appointments and dental appointments. Is like, just keep me together until the ninth tournament. And then we can
Absolutely.
take care of life.
And it's camper maintenance too.
Mhm.
It's perfect time. Do you need to work on anything? Just like you've got some issues going on with some maintenance and some repairs. I really am in the process of trying to sell ours, but I need to wait until my new one is almost ready before I do that. So when we came home, I immediately thought, oh, I had my to-do list. I'm going to clean this thing out. And thank goodness I didn't. The only thing I did was I really deep cleaned the holding tanks, but I didn't clean it out because I kept thinking, well, they're going to call me any day. And that camper is going to be, it's going to have a build date, but I don't have a build date. So I
Right.
told Gerald last night,
Oh
I'm
my God.
so glad I did not clean that camper out because Lord only knows I may be putting everything right back into it. So
That's right.
I
And
did
I
come
would
home
not
and
recommend that. That's not a fun little hobby.
no,
We drove to where ours was. Ours actually has to go back to the factory for some work that they can't do at a dealership. They have to
right,
do it at the factory.
right.
And we had to unload our entire 40-foot camper
I
in
told you it
an
was going to be
afternoon.
bad.
I had
I
no
told
idea.
you, I warned you.
We had so much stuff. I had no idea. I literally,
Oh,
in my little naive brain, now I've been living in this thing for 2 seasons. I broke down 6 cardboard boxes. I was like, this will be plenty. Oh my gosh, we had so much stuff, like so much.
okay, I've just got to tell you. So, in all of the fifth wheels we've ever had, I would always just wait till Gerald was not home, and that's when I would trade. It's not like I did it without him knowing; he just wasn't here to help me. So I did all of the unpacking and repacking, except for one time, and he went with me. Oh my gosh, I remember now. I remembered that day why I never let him go with me on that trip because I know how bad I am a pack rat. I have way too much of everything, and when you have to start taking every little thing out,
Oh, everything.
gosh, it takes so much time.
If Daryl said this one time, he said it 5 times. I think we've all learned a really good lesson today. And I'm lying.
It tickled me so much. Oh my gosh.
I know it was, but we did learn like we really don't need that much stuff on the road. If
No,
I haven't
no,
used it this whole season,
right.
it doesn't need to be on the road next season.
Yes.
But
When I unpack a camper, I have three piles. I have the not going back in, going to the thrift store. I have the absolutely have to have it. And then I have the questionable stack. And will revisit that stack after I get finished.
well, the
So,
sad part is when we got home, we had the entire vehicle, like you couldn't fit a toothpick in the bed of the truck or in the back seat. And when we got home, we realized we were going to the nursery to get all our plants the
right.
next day.
Oh
So
no.
we had to unload it that night again. So
know.
the only place to put it, because I didn't have time to organize it, is our garage. So I've been parking my vehicle outside because everything that was the RV is in my spot. It's chaos, but I think this is pretty normal for like off season, just normal. It's not really like just, oh, we're off now, and then the guys have their whole thing that they have to do.
Sure.
Like we're just juggling other stuff. So let's talk about another thing in the off season, and that is the schedule announcement.
Oh my gosh. I think I'm so excited that Bass released that schedule early because it was that, I mean, I think you and I have got everything booked except for like one, and we're kind of like in a holding pattern. We have to wait till a certain day to call. But yeah, I literally changed the email notification on the email address so that it would alert me every time I got an email. And I remember looking at the phone, I'm like, there it is. I ran to the computer, I sat down, I immediately started calling. I think you and I tag teamed, you take this one, I'll take this one. And, we got it. I was having anxiety for those that were already down at ICAST because I knew that they were just like, well, I guess I'm just going to wait till I get home, see what's left. It's getting so crazy. I don't know what the right word would be, but like, it seems like everybody's camping now. So it's getting harder and harder to find those spots.
RVing, definitely. And it's so funny because it's like, okay, if I want to make an investment, it's some of these cities that we called that do not have a spot. They do not have an RV spot for like 6 months away, like zero. And you're like, how is this possible? How? So it was so fun. And the other thing too, like in the map, you're thinking, oh, it can't be like that packed. It's that packed. All the RV parks. And at one point, like when we first started, I was like, why am I calling all 9 and getting busy signals? Leann's calling all 9 and getting busy. I was like, Leann, here's my card information. You book the ones you call. I'll give me your card information. And we're like booking the RV park opposite so we can try to get a spot before they start.
Right. Yeah. So I feel good about it, but there were some new locations this year, just like, South Dakota, we've been to South Dakota a couple of years ago, but it's a different location. So we're all like, everybody's texting, like, where are you going to stay there? Where are you going to stay there? And a lot of those places don't have sewer, that's what you run into. And so I think we're good
or water.
Oh yeah. That community water, shared water. Yeah. I know.
And so literally it was, that was the hardest one. And you're looking on a GPS, you're looking at Google Maps, you're looking at your regular Apple Maps, you're looking at every one possible to try to find like some RV park that's not popping up in your search.
Right.
And we did find one.
Yes, we did. I think we're good to go.
Oh my gosh. So I know that for us, finding an RV park, it's not just like you can just find anyone that's there. I mean, there is definite criteria, and there's like 20 of us that camp. So
sure. Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, I remember sending like Jennifer Lowen a text and saying, hey sis, what do you think about this? And she would be like, nope, never stand there again. And then you'd ask the same question to somebody else. Oh yeah, I loved it. I'm thinking, okay, I'm confused. I'm literally confused here.
And it really depends on what site they stayed on. Cause like in some RV parks, you may have a bad experience with a neighbor and you are totally soured to that RV park versus someone who had a different site. So it's always fun. But we're booked. I think we're booked except one that we have to wait until 12 months out.
Was it 12? Yeah, that's one that was later.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a little bit later. Right. So yeah, I think you're right. I think we're good. I hope we're good. Hope I have a new camper. I hope you have yours back.
I know we have campers, but I also think in some cities we have 2. If we're being honest, we have 2 different.
And part of me, I felt bad about that, but then I thought no, because what will happen is we'll make the best decision for our size rig, and then we do have a lot of people with like Lance campers, sliding campers, and so if we end up with an extra one, I feel like somebody will take it. Absolutely. And I think there's all the time people jumping into camping. Just like this year, I think Buddy Gross and his wife are going to be campers, and they've not camped before. So it was fun, including Leann in on that, because I think they would absolutely love. I think they're used to camping, but not like on the road at fishing tournaments. I think it's more like when they go to their horse shows and stuff. So I think that's just great that they're just
add another one to the real RV wives. More women camping.
I have got such plans, and it's been a little harder to get that content together, when we're not together.
And when we're
But
not in our RVs.
I know. And like I've been at the farm, and I'll have like no self-service there. But I told Gerald the other day, I said next year where I said we're gonna knock this out of the park. I said I can just envision the momentum, the back end of it. I'm gonna like take it to the wrap shop and have the Real RV Wives put on it. I said that's what I want to do. I think it's gonna be really cool.
That's awesome. Well, if you have questions about the off season or what that looks like, we'd love to hear it. Put in the comments. And thank y'all so much for all your encouragement and the content that you loved. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.